Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to First Look, where today we're checking out the 2025 Pittsburgh Supercross. That's right, the first time since the 1980s Monster Energy Supercross has gone to Pittsburgh, and Moto Option Supercross tonight in MX Simulator will follow right along with that as well and have the race this evening. So very excited to see what's going to be in store with this one, but we're also going to see what's in store with this racetrack. So this is my first look at it. I have not played the track at all. Like, this is my literal first lap on this track, even giving it a go. As per usual every week, and we're gonna see what this track plays like, what it feels like, what some of the big lines are, and hopefully give you guys a little bit of a synopsis leading into tonight's action. You guys will want to hit the link in the section below to watch the racing this evening, and we hope to see you there. Apologies that my HUD is off this week. I was doing some screenshot stuff before this, so was not able to turn it around in time and then still be able to record this, but you guys get the gist. It's all about looking at the track. So this track is going to be very interesting. Like, we have this weird split section thing right there. We have an inside-outside option there. And then I genuinely don't know, like, what the line is going to be through this first corner. Like, maybe that over 3 and then 3-2, or I don't know. I feel like you're going to want to quad something in there probably. It seems pretty obvious to go step on, step off right here. Like, that's just going to be fast, and then triple, and then maybe double to the inside of this corner here. Because if you double to the inside, you can roll off of this and then maybe triple out if you get a good enough run off of that corner. Into a Supercross triple. Feel like a lot of people are going to want to go inside and try to clip their head on that UFO tough block. Maybe swing way outside and hit the berm, get a run down the start straight, but it's not a very long start straight, so leaves the door wide open for opportunities. Block passes aplenty into that final corner, and then we go up and over the finish line jump. Out of this corner, some guys will 2 in, a lot of guys will want to 3 in, but even that, like, if you 2 in, you get a better run into the whoops then, because then you can 3 in and not have to let off the gas. And then I don't know what to do here. Like, inside, you obviously hit back-to-back rollers if you go inside. Outside feels so far out there, so I don't know if that's even going to be like a good viable line, but maybe it will be. And then here's that inside 3, and then maybe a 4 in there as well. I don't know if I like that either. So I'm kind of confused what to do in these couple rhythm sections, but the rest of the track feels a little bit straightforward. This race IRL, we do have the potential for rain, so be on the lookout for that. Let's see, would you go over table 4-3 to the inside there? No, that feels like you're in the air for too long. So I don't think anybody would want to do that. I'm trying to think if there's any way that sets you up to triple into this corner. Kind of not. Like, it kind of feels pretty straightforward. And then double out, double into the Supercross triple face. So if you go way outside here, yeah, that berm's actually not that bad. It's not the best. Like, it definitely kind of cuts off halfway just because of the start straight being right there. But it's still a pretty good berm to slingshot you back down the start straight. I just feel like in general, a lot of people are going to want to establish a good inside rut in that corner. But I've been dead wrong about that stuff before, and I tend to be, because these guys are always insane at finding faster ways around the track. Here's that far outside to the inside. I don't know if I even like that. I'm just taking it just to be able to show it. And then I guess if you go like middle-ish in this corner, you should just 2 in 3. Pretty easy. So yeah, 3-3, both getting over the big singles, so you don't have to worry about those. And then, yeah, just on-off. In transition here, you could maybe double this, double again, gets you to the inside. I really want to see if you get this inside good. If it's possible to triple, kind of doesn't feel like it. Like, it doesn't have enough of a lip to it to get that 3-5-3 triple. And if that's the case, you're going to have a lot of guys. Wow, I wonder if you tire tap maybe. That sounds risky. But it's something that those top guys may entertain if it's plenty fast enough to stay inside for that regard. So that way you're not double singling into it. You get a clean run into the triple face. And I'll show you what I mean by tire tap in a second. Way outside, that berm just kind of disappears, which makes that feel so slow. And then the inside having a good roller kind of sets you up for that corner nicely. I wonder if you could even do like a little transfer to that inside roller. It'd be kind of interesting. And a little bit sideways on entry right there. I think I would just go 2-3-3-2 in here, to be honest with you. Maybe that 4 into the corner if you like rolling in from the far inside. But other than that, I don't like anything through there. And of course over table, and then you could quad up into this corner. So maybe some guys will want to do that because it sets you up to be able to double in right there. But here's what I was thinking for tire tapping. I don't know that I'll be skilled enough to pull this off, but we'll Try it, roll out. Nope. There's not even a big enough of a single jump right there, I think, to even do it. I mean, we could see if like just checking up a little bit more allows for it, but it's kind of... Oh, nope. No, I don't think so. I don't think those guys would do that. If anything, they'll just dig that rut out deep enough to be able to triple out of that corner. But now I'm almost skeptical that more people will go all the way to the top of the corner there, like all the way to the top of the off camber and then double into that triple phase just to get a better run at it. Feels like a very 250 dominated line. But then I would assume if the 450s go inside that they would figure out how to triple that. Maybe I'm just not talented enough and I'm not making it look good enough, to be honest with you, but playing with a couple different scenarios in my brain with that. Yeah, triple double here. Like I said, if you do 2-3 into this, you get a better run into the whoops. So I think some people might experiment with that. And then if you get a decent run around the outside, you can set yourself up pretty good on the inside right there. So I think kind of either option works. I don't think you really need to be like married to the inside or the outside. It could just depend on how good your run in the whoops is. Like if you have a really clean run in the whoops and you don't want to let off, just duck to the outside because you'll carry more momentum that way. But if you're getting a little bit sketchy or maybe your run in the whoops wasn't that fast on entry, yeah, go to the inside. It seems like it'd be pretty fast as well. I think I kind of like going on-off 3-2 through here to the top of the corner. Because otherwise, you're going to go inside here, and then you have to double this, and this single, it's not the biggest single, but you still have to do it into the triple face, and that's not fun because it unloads the suspension really awkwardly, and as you see, I threw a nasty whip, but you're not able to scrub very comfortably then. And so here's what I'm talking about here. Like if you cut low in the berm, double in, and then you go for 3, you don't have to let off at all. You just carry good speed into the whoops then. And some people may elect to do that just for comfort's sake. Even 250s, I think, would probably do that a little bit more often. And then it'd be fun if you could transfer into that little pocket right there. I don't know. Maybe. How about this? How about if we swoop in, wheelie over 3? Nah, that seems pretty big. I don't think people are going to be doing that either. So how about let's spend the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes of this video. Let's try to put a lap together of lines that I would probably take on this track so you guys can see some of the things that I would consider doing. This is not always the fastest route around the track, but it's the Kellen's Lines of the Week, presented by nobody. If you'd like to sponsor us, please reach out. 2 in, 2 out, into the Supercross triple we go. I think I would prefer to go inside right here. Just flows a little bit better, I think. And then it can set you up to rip into this berm very nicely. So finish line jump. I think for me, I'm just going to be comfortable carrying speed through this corner and going for the 3 in. I guess you could 3 into the front of the whoops right here, but they're not very jumpable. They're pretty steep this week. So I would just go 3-2, blitz the whoops. And I'm almost kind of thinking inside, which is insane because when I saw this track map, I thought, man, this looks really stupid to have this thing here. But maybe going inside is the move. And maybe people doing that little like kind of transfer across line like I just did is also the move. But I'd go mid-ish through the corner here, double in, try to get over that pocket a little bit cleaner. I think if maybe I'm sitting down, I'll soak that up a little bit better. But double in, 3, 3, and then 2 into this corner. Out of this one, step on, step off, 3, and 2 up into the off camber. Come out of this pocket, double out of this, 2 in, scrub the triple nicely to apex this corner neatly. There you go. Kind of just let the suspension unload and then reload back in to catch traction, and then over the finish line jump. So let's try to tie it all together here. Out of this corner, we'll go 3 in. Almost going to go 4 with how much speed and momentum you can carry in there. And then your run in the whoops will be affected for sure, but it's almost maybe better that way. And then single to inside roller. Just kind of cut the track off a little bit. And then we'll go middle-ish corner. Double in. 3. 3 again. Little bit long, so check up onto that 2. Out of this corner. Step on, step off. 3. And 2 up into the pocket up here. Carry some good speed. Oh, we're going for a ride. The good thing about tonight is, well, I mean, really anybody that races this track in general, is that as you guys wear the lines in a little bit more, I do not have a road on, but if you wear the lines in a little bit more, that double off the top of the plateau will become much easier, in my opinion. So keep that in mind. And then, yeah, there's definitely options here. Kind of keen to see how this one races because I feel like there's some serious options here. Oh, I really wanted to try to quad in real quick. But, yeah, this is Pittsburgh. Catch the fever, people. First time we're going to Acrisure, I think is how you pronounce it, Stadium. Home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very excited to go this weekend and see the race myself. But hopefully you guys tune in to round number 15 of Moto Options Supercross tonight. Catch all the action. Fantastic 450 championship fight brewing, so you won't want to miss that. And thanks for tuning in to our first look here at round 15 in Pittsburgh. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As always, appreciate the support. And we'll see you guys in the comment section below if you have any questions or concerns. So long for now. If you liked that video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for much more motocross gaming content.